afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are back here in the Cricket League, and thankfully, some rain is away now, as we have seen the start of this game already. Three deliveries in, just the 3 runs on the board. Joseph plays that one on the offside, but it is a reduced contest. 14 overs aside is what I'm hearing at the moment. And pushed back at the bowler by Kesari for the first time. He was on strike now, and it's a slow start this for the AQY. This time charges down the track and plays it on the leg side. So once again, just a single, and that will be the end of the first over with the score at 5 without a wicket in this 14 over a side contest. Kumar with an excellent over. No boundaries yet in this innings. I think the power play overs are going to be the first 4 overs instead of the usual six, of course, in a normal T20 game. But thankfully, the rain is away now, and also those dark clouds. So, hoping to see the rest of the game go completely as expected. Right, then we continue now in the second over, and it's a swing and a miss. Telang with the ball, the left arm pacer. Well, we will wait and see what would be a good score. Of course, it is a 14 over a side contest. You would expect a plenty of runs, quick fire runs, but it's going to be difficult with these overcast conditions. And also, not sure exactly how well the groundsmen have done on this pitch. Once again, charging down the wicket, swings and misses out. Beautifully bowled. The Tokyo Falcons, they are right on top straight away early on here. Bowling really well, those good channels. This time he swings it on the leg side, finds a good connection on it, but once again he will find the man out there in the deep. So only a single for Kesari once again. It's a pretty slow start this for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama. They would have expected themselves to get off to a flyer here, considering it is a shortened game this time. An inside edge onto his own pad. Luckily for him, not onto the stumps. Almost chops that one off. Well, this is really good bowling by Telang. And now he connects. That's an excellent shot. That is brilliant by Joseph. And that will be the first boundary of this game. Beautifully picked up through the offside over the fielder at mid-off. And finds the boundary that they were searching for. Beautiful bit of timing on that one. And they are into the double figures now. The Alpha Quashers Yokohama. Well, one more delivery left now in the second over. And that's another swing and a miss. Beats the outside edge. So once again, another over where only 5 come off it at the end of the second. It's 10 without a wicket for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama. Well, we start this third over, and this time it's Kesari who hits that one through the offside. And he's found the boundary. That's an excellent shot. The second one of the innings. And now both the openers have a 4 to the name. Just beautifully carved through the offside. Offered a lot of width and punishes the bowler. Well, this is going to be an intriguing contest between the two sides who know the importance of getting off to a fast start. Well, in a T20 game, this one is a 14 over a side contest, so they would be wanting to get off to a flyer. They have started off slow though, but they are starting to get into the groove here, the two openers. This time plays it for a single down the ground. Kumar into his second. Well, only the 4 bowlers can bowl 3 overs and one of them can bowl 2. That is the maximum, of course. Of course, you can use the 6th bowler as well. But it will be interesting to see if Kumar does bowl the 5th one as well. Just the first 4 overs, the power play. Once again, played down the ground by Kesari. I beg your pardon, it was Joseph, in fact, on that occasion. Well, these two are pretty much evenly matched sides, as we have seen. They're already in this Japan Cricket League. And now he connects. That's a full toss, and it's been dispatched. Well, one bounce and over the rope. Won't quite get the maximum. But the runs have started to flow now for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama. That is a brilliant, brilliant strike by Kesari on that occasion. Just picks his spot. Waiting for a delivery like that, a juicy full toss, and has been dispatched. Giving the treatment that the bowler deserves for a delivery like that. Well, that's another full toss. And this time the fielder in there. Well, he was a couple of yards in. Not sure exactly why. That was a chance and that should have been taken. I think he misjudged it and came pretty much in. And it's gone just over him. He got a fingertip to it. And it's gone away for a 4. Would you believe it in the end? That's the third 4 of this over now. And they are going at a very good pace now, the Alpha Quashers Yokohama. One more delivery left in this third. Once again, he swings thick inside edge and straight to the fielder. So that will now be the end of the third. A brilliant over this for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama. It's 25 without a wicket. Well, we continue now. Telang is the man who will continue, and what a good delivery that is. Well, 15 came off the previous over, and Telang is trying to pull things back here now. Well, this time he connects. Has that gone over the fielder? Yes, it has. Won't quite reach the fence, and they should be able to come back for the second, and they do so quite comfortably. Well, once again he connects. It's gone high up in the air. Fielder has dropped that one. Well, it's on to his chest in the end. Well, good backing up and a good throw in the end. But once again, they get a couple of runs, these two. Well, you would feel that Rohit Keshri is a bit lucky out there because of the chance drop. It was a difficult chance, but you need to take those at this level. Well, Alpha Quashers have opted for Rohit Keshri and Leo Joseph at the top of the order and tells you that they want a solid foundation rather than taking unnecessary risks. The first 4 overs will be crucial. They are proving to be crucial. And if these two can see off the new ball, which they already have, and rotate the strike consistently, which they are doing, they'll allow the middle order to play with freedom later on. That single brings Leo Joseph on strike, who is the kind of the batter who can keep the scoreboard moving with positive intent. And have a look at that shot once again. That's a brilliant shot, but unfortunately for him, it's only a single because the long off was back at the boundary line. So this is turning out to be a good over by Telang. He's not conceding any boundaries here. Well, once again, it's gone high up in the air. Is that a chance? But it will land safely in the end. Laying a bit with fire out here, these two. Nonetheless, these two keep on going. At the end of the fourth, there's 32 without a wicket. Right then, time for some spin. And straight away playing that one in the air. Well, the power play overs have been concluded. So now they will be allowed to have 5 fielders allowed outside the inner ring. That's a swing and a miss. And It's gone right through everybody. Well, that one will find the fence. Very unfortunate, you would feel, for the bowler. Sahane, the bowler, the left arm spinner, trying to use the angle up against the right hand. That was the arm ball, and how on earth has it missed the stumps? I do not believe it. Nonetheless, these two are continuing to build a good little partnership here. 37 it's worth at the moment. Stand away, wants a quick single. But very unfortunate that the last three, in fact the 4 games, have been called off due to typhoon and also some rain. And thankfully, we are out of danger for now. Well, we are kept away from the rain as well. As we see another single taken there by Keshri, who is looking good at the moment. 24 of 17 for him now. This time swings it on the leg side, and he's found the distance. My word, what a strike that is! That's a hefty blow by Leo Joseph. And that's the first 6 of this afternoon. What a sensational strike that is. He just muscled that one through that leg side. Now the last delivery of this 5th played away on the leg side. Once again, just heaves that one away. And a single to close out the over. Well, they keep on pushing and pushing nicely. 10 come of that one. In fact, 14 at the end of the 5th. It's 46 without a wicket. Well, a lot of eyes have been at the FIFA World Cup. Japan is, of course, going to play Brazil in the round of 32. But meanwhile, we are getting some good cricketing action out here at the Sano International Cricket Ground. And these two have set this afternoon on fire. Leo Joseph and Rohit Keshri. They're off to a very good start. 47 on the board already after 5.1. Telang into his third and his final over. Surprisingly enough, getting his third consecutive over. And once again, he beats the outside edge. What a good delivery that is. And this time it's in the air and it will land safely. Luckily for him, he's not timed it that well. Otherwise, he would have got carried to the fielder out there at long off. But Telang has been really good so far. 2.3 overs in for him, none for 14. He's been wicketless, but he has kept things pretty economical from his end. Once again, played away on the offside, in the air and gone. There it is. That's the first wicket. And that is the moment that the Tokyo Falcons were waiting for. A mistake by Leo Joseph. Doesn't quite get the middle of the bat, and it had to be Telang. He's bowling superbly well. He has been bowling superbly well so far this afternoon. And he gets the reward that he deserves. The first one down for the Alpha Quashers, Yokohama, 48 for 1 after 5.04. And just trying to pull things back a little here, the Tokyo Falcons. Right, then in comes Subramani at number 3. Straight away plays that one nicely in the gap on the offside, takes the single. So gets off the mark pretty much straight away and brings Rohit Keshri back on strike. One more delivery left now in the 6th over, and this spell of Telang as well, who has bowled really well and deserved the wicket that he has got it as well. Well, Keshri connects that one once again in the air and it lands safely in the end. They wanted to come back for the second in the end, decided against it. Nonetheless, that brings up the 50 for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama. Another brilliant over and a brilliant spell coming to an end by Telang at the end of the 6th. It's 50 for 1. Well, Shahane is continuing in the air. Chance taken. Another one down. Both the openers back in the pavilion. Well, one gives two, and that's exactly what has happened here for the Tokyo Falcons. They need to hold on to the catches, and the pressure will be back on the batting team. And that's another one gone. The first one for Sahane this afternoon. And it's 50 for 2. A very good catch out there in the deep. Well, then in comes the wicketkeeper Dharan. Well, an appeal for a leg before wicket, but maybe just angling down the leg side. The angle wouldn't have ever helped him either because he's coming around the wicket to the right hander and bowling those arm balls. Not really turning the ball much, Shahane, although he's bowling beautifully so far. Well, Dharan has played that one on the leg side and he gets off the mark. Well, two new batters at the crease and an opportunity for the Tokyo Falcons to really pull things back here and put maybe a little bit of break in this innings. And that's another one. Well, wickets are tumbling all of a sudden out here for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama. They've lost their third in as many as 6 deliveries now. Once again, beautifully bowled by Shahane. He's not offering much to the batters. And this time it was the Yorker length when nowhere close to the ball was Manoj Subramani. And the top order is back in the pavilion now. 51 for 3 after 6.4. Well, they were cruising at one stage and now they have more than a blimp in this road. It's Nagaraju at number 5. Once again, it's just beaten everybody out there. Right, then one more delivery left in this exceptional 7th over by Shahane. Once again, bowls that one beautifully. Just the 2 runs and the 2 wickets of that over. This is the kind of the over that they were hoping for the Tokyo Falcons. At the end of the 7th, it's 52 for 3. Well, a change in the bowling. Kumar is continuing now in this 8th over. Well, the projected total at the moment is 104, which will definitely not be enough for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama. They will need someone to step up now in this middle order. Could Nagaraju be the man? He's played that one down the ground. Well, surprisingly enough, the bowler is coming over the wicket, and even the non-striker standing on that end. How often do we see that? Nonetheless, a single taken. Maybe it's because of those dry patches and maybe a bit of a wet patch in between on the other side of the pitch, which is turning out to be a bit of an issue for the runners to run onto it. The non-striker, of course, this time played away on the leg side. Another single. Leaves that one on the offside. Another single taken. Well, once again, another brilliant over this for the Tokyo Falcons. One more to the left, and that's picked up by Nagaraju on the leg side. And that's an excellent strike. The second 6 of the inning so far. Beautiful bit of timing on that one, and over the fielder out there at mid wicket. Just spoils the over in the end for Kumar. 10 runs come off it, and at the end of the 8th, now it's 62 for 3 for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama. Continuing with spin out here. Cuts that one away on the offside. Well, it has been a brilliant spell this by Shahane. He is into his final over now. 2 for 13 and it's 2.2. Down the ground towards the fielder at long on. Not quite able to get the connection that he would have liked. This time tosses that one up in the air and the fielder has dropped that one. It's gone right through the hands. And that's gone away for another 4 in the end. And this time he tries to play the helicopter shot in the end. But the long on fielder is extremely wide. So we get a single in. Well, this time in the air and he's taken it. Well, that's an excellent catch in the end. And that's another wicket for Shahane. He gets his third one. And the score, well, they are 4 down now. The Alpha Quashers, Yokohama. Nine for 4.5 in 9 overs. Marvel. Just the 5 more overs left in the innings. 4.5 now after that delivery. The wickets have been tumbling and it has been an issue for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama. That's that one away, straight to the fielder. Chance of a run out. There was an appeal for it, but I think he's just made it out there as Tenerasu. a very good over. Falcons. Well, this is what happened on the previous delivery. A very good catch in the end. The faintest of the edges you would feel off the bat of Dharan. Fifth one gone. So half the side gone back in the pavilion. Prasad comes in at number 7. Well, they are losing wickets after wickets and just not getting any kind of momentum at the moment. Once again, beautifully bowled. How good an over this is by Kumar. Played away on the leg side. Well, that is now the end of the 10th over at 73 for 5. So Kumar is done with 2 overs. Shahane and Telang are also done with 3 each. So it will be interesting to see who will bowl these last 4 overs. Well, call it for the 2. They want to scamper across, but in the end decide against it. Can't afford to lose any more wickets. Right, and 2 singles taken so far in this over, and it won't quite do the damage for the Tokyo Falcons. They need some boundaries here. The Alpha Quashers Yokohama. What a perfect delivery that is by Kumar. Oh my word, that's been given as a wide in the end by the umpire. A bit of a teaser that was very close to that guideline, and you would just feel that it was maybe slightly inside. And even the delayed reaction by the umpire, well, it's disheartening for the bowler, isn't it? Well, this time it's a full toss in the air. And it does land safely, and they scamper across for a couple on this occasion. Time an outside edge, and that will run away to the boundary. That's an excellent shot. Well, not quite where he actually intended, but getting good wood onto that one to get it right into that gap. And a welcome boundary this for the Alpha Quashers, Yokohama. And that's an excellent hit. It's gone high. And has the fielder done well there? Well, that's a sensational piece of fielding. This could be a chance of a run. Throw isn't quite on target. Both the batters were at the same end. Well, it's all happening out there here at the Sano International Cricket Ground. Well, the non-striker was ball watching out there. In the end, they get just a single. Would you believe it? Kulal is bowling now the penultimate over of the inning. And they get a couple of runs. So 6-1 for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama. Well, they would have wanted at least 140. They're going to fall well short of their target. A couple of runs taken on that occasion. On the flick side, going to reach the fence. And another brace. So come out. There's just 10 more deliveries left in the innings, and they would be wanting at least 20 from here on. 120 is what they must be thinking. It will be something to bowl out for the bowlers. Anything below that should be easy for the Tokyo Falcons. Just a 14 over a side contest this. Is that one in the air, and that one will run away to the fence. So that brings up the 100 for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama. 102 for 6 with just 9 more deliveries left in the innings as these two try to push on here for the side as much as possible. Hits that one hard through the offside. Trying to get a lot of power behind it. Well, 8 runs have been accumulated off this over so far. I'm just missing his run up out there, Kulal, on that occasion. Well, this time it's a wayward delivery. It just slipped out of his hand. That will be given as a no ball, and now an opportunity for Kamraj with a free hit as well. Well, this is turning out to be really bad for the Tokyo Falcons. They have opted to go for the new bowler in this penultimate over of the innings, and the plan isn't quite working out for sure. Right then, free hit opportunity for Kamraj. What can he provide here for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama? Well, he will be clean bowled, but that one will run away to the boundary. Would you believe it? That will be 4 byes. How unlucky is that? How often do we see that on a free hit? Offered a lot of pace by Kulal. He cleans the batter up, and he's been punished for that. He's been punished for cleaning out the batter. Well, punishment after punishment for the bowlers when you bowl a no ball. On a thick inside edge, the call is for the two, but it's gone straight into the hands of the fielder. Well, this has turned out to be an expensive over. 14 have come off it so far, one more to come. As the Alpha Quashers Yokohama try to post a competitive total out here with just the 7 more deliveries left in the innings. Well, Prasad is on strike now for the first time in this over. He is at the moment on 8 of 5. He is someone who can really bulge it around with that long handle. Once again, hit away through the offside, and that finds the boundary too. So 18 runs come off that penultimate over of the innings. It's turned out to be a big one for the Yokohama. The ploy to go with Kulal hasn't worked out at all. And some crucial runs here at the back end of the innings. At the end of the 13th, it's 112 for 6. Right then, we are back here for the chase of the Tokyo Falcons. Well, it's not a 14 over a side contest, it's a 13 over a side contest, as we have discovered it just now. There wasn't a clear information earlier on, but nonetheless, we continue, and that's a brilliant strike through the leg side. Well, that is one way to face your first delivery. Right out of the screws, right off the meat of the bat. And straight away, intent shown out here by the Tokyo Falcons. They want to get these runs down quickly. What a superb hit that is. Well, initially it was going to be 14 over a side contest, but then it seems like the umpires have decided against. It's getting pretty dark out here early, and of course, the issue out here with the floodlights as well, we don't really have the facility of playing it at night. So we need to finish this game off before sunset to get a result. Nonetheless, good 13 overs coming up for you in this chase. As we see one of those big hits already coming in this very first over. Well, this time behind square on the leg side, and that one will run away as well. That's four more runs to the total. It's a brilliant, brilliant start. This just the kind of the start that you would need in a chase like this one. I think the target is 113 at the moment. In the 13 overs, we will have that confirmed for you shortly. Nonetheless, this is a very good start for the Tokyo Falcons. Well, this time it struck the pad in a peel, maybe just angling down the leg side. Well, it did shuffle across. It could have been close, but maybe just missing leg in the end. Very difficult to give that one out. Well, Petkar is off to a flyer here. Up against Ganesh, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. Still 102 away from this target. 102 required from 74 deliveries from here on. And guided on the leg side for a quick single. And that's a swing and a miss. So 12 runs will come off that first one. At the end of the first, it's 12 without a wicket for the Falcons. Right then, 101 required from 72 deliveries. With 10 wickets in hand, should be a walk in the park for the Falcons. But if we see a couple of wickets, it can make things interesting. Well, Prasad is going to continue with the new ball. And he's guided that one on the leg side, but straight to the fielder. And backward square leg, well, more like a fine leg. How often do we see a field position like that one? This time cuts that one away, and that's an excellent shot. Will that reach the fence? Yes, it does. Right onto the covers out there, which are extremely wet, and it has made the ball wet as well. As you could see, the ball just rolling up off the surface and onto the cover. Well, the groundsmen have done a beautiful job to make the conditions favorable for playing. That will just wet the ball, as you can see the captain coming in there and just trying to dry it with the towel. How often do we see that? Nonetheless, less than 100 required from here on. And now he's gone for the big one through the offside once again. He knows the fielders are inside the circle and he will find another boundary with Petkar. This is good batting up against someone like Prasad. And that's back to back fours once again, just like he had a couple of boundaries back to back in the previous over. And this is a rollicking start this for the Tokyo Falcons. That one will be a wide down the leg side. Just trying to offer a bit more pace, and he's ended up missing his line out there. Right, then last delivery of the second over. In fact, still two more left because that was a wide, and this time he's guided that one on the leg side. Well, once again, straight to the fielder, backward square leg. Well, that is the line he's trying to pull, and he's just hoping that one of those shots he can just maybe try to chip it and mistime it and play it straight down the throat of the fielder at square leg, who is slightly backwards. Once again, it's gone towards him, and it's a misfield by him on that occasion. And they will get across for a couple of more runs. Well, 11 come off that one in the end, and at the end of the second, the Tokyo Falcons cruising in this chase, 23 without a wicket. And it seems like there's one more delivery left. Not entirely sure about that. And the extra delivery will have another extra delivery because that is a wide down the leg side. Is that another wide? Yes, it is. Well, you can see what he's trying to do, but it's not quite working out. And the issue is that if he is bowling it outside the off stump, he is just freeing his arms out there. His Petkar. This time he pushes it on the offside, so that extra delivery maybe has provided a couple of bites. Nonetheless, that's the end of the second over finally by Prasad. Right, then we continue in this third, and it's been carved away through the leg side, and it finds the fence eventually. The fielder not quite able to keep that one in. He did extremely well to get across, but that's four more runs. And this partnership keeps on building, just like the start that the Yokohama had. The Alpha Quashers Yokohama, that opening stand of 48 runs. Although it wasn't this quick as these two are going at the moment. This time down the ground, straight to the fielder at mid-off. Well, once again, it's right in the slot. And it's gone over the infield. And has that found the distance too? Yes, it has. That's an excellent strike for a six. Well, the runs are coming thick and fast here for the Tokyo Falcons. A brilliant strike once again by Petkar. This time laid on the leg side, straight to the fielder at mid wicket. And once again in the slot, and that one might be the longest of all. Brilliant batting by Petkar. Moves on to 33 of 13. And they are cruising out here, the Tokyo Falcons. 42 without a wicket at the end of the third. Trying to chase down this total of 113, and they are making an absolute mockery of it. Courtesy Petkar. Well, shouts of catch it, and he's made a mess of it in the end. And to add insult to injury, has that gone over the line too? Well, the umpire is checking that. It's been given as a four, and another boundary to start off this fourth. This time it is Siddharth in on the act. He's just trying to keep himself inside that boundary line, I must say, rather than a cushion. And things are turning out to be bad to worst for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama. That one will be a wide down the leg side. Very good take in the end by the wicket keeper. Jumping across towards his left to save, well, maybe 4 runs in the end because that was bowled at some pace too. And had that beaten him, that could have gone away to the fence. Nonetheless, just 66 more needed now from 59 deliveries from here on for the Tokyo Falcons. This time played down the ground towards the fielder at long on. Once again, shouts of catch it. And they get across for a single on that occasion. Well, 50 is up. And the partnership between the two has been a solid one. 50 this time played away on the leg side, but the fielder gets a hand to it. It was hit ferociously by Pedkar. He's timing the ball beautifully well as he jogs back for the second once again. Well, these two are in the mood out here, especially Pedkar. Have a look at this knock, 37 not out of 15. And this time the ball has stayed low. And once again through the offside. And this time it will only be a single. So that single will keep Pedkar on strike for the next over. At the end of the fourth, it's 53 without a wicket. Already then, Wag will continue. And Petkar will also continue. Just over the fielder out there at deep mid wicket. And another maximum. Carnage out here. And he is the man on song and the man in form. Sensational ball striking. This one takes that single. Well, happy to rotate the strike. They've got the six that they needed in this over. And they have already got more than half the runs of what were required. We have seen some sensational ball striking so far by Petkar. Just absolutely smashed the ball around so far in this innings. Once again, hits that one hard, but only towards the fielder on that occasion. And in fact, it's gone away for a four in the end. In fact, the situation out here is such because we can see a couple of boundaries out there. One is the boundary which is right behind, and I've had another extra boundary rope which is creating a bit of confusion for the players as well. Nonetheless, Petkar has moved on to 49 now. 49 of 20 deliveries, closing in on a brilliant, brilliant half century. But they need less than a run a ball already. 48 require a 50. These two have got this side cruising through, especially Petkar. Can he get his 50 here? Well, that one will be a wide. Could have been a no ball as well had it pitched outside the pitching area. Nonetheless, extra run, extra delivery once again. Played away on the leg side, and there will be his half century. A brilliant knock, 50 of just 21 deliveries by Petkar. And now just 46 more needed. Well, I don't think he's realized it yet that he's got to his half century. No one out there, the ground has realized actually. Well, now they realize, and he raises his bat and acknowledges it. It has been a brilliant knock, a superb knock by Petkar. Well, he would be wanting to keep on going and finish this game off. Just 46 more needed. And Siddharth, well, he pushes that one on the offside, plays it along the carpet. Another big over, 15 come off it at the end of the fifth. It's 68 without a wicket for the Tokyo Falcons. Well, we continue now in the sixth over. That's been played in the gap as well. The fielder keeps that one in. Does really well in the end. As they get across for a couple of runs. The outfield has, of course, slowed down as well out here. And now through the leg side. And that will be a boundary as well by Siddharth. This is a sensational piece of batting. Once again, just charges down the track. And this is really good by the Tokyo Falcons. These two have come out here and have been on song right from the word go. Well, Petkar has done extremely well, but Siddharth has also joined the party with a nice little 19 of 11. Well, these two would be wanting to finish the game off for the side too. And it's a slow one, but it's a full toss, and it's been dispatched for another boundary. You just can't bowl a full toss at this stage of the game. And the shoulders of the Alpha Quashers Yokohama are starting to drop. Picking up the slow one very early. Just waited for that one and hits that one extremely well. And now he advances down the track, plays it on the leg side. Petkar just guides that one and shows us that he can also play it along the carpet and play those ground shots. Because most of the shots that he's played today have been played in the air and over the fielders. Well, Petkar has really made that new ball look old pretty early, just after the 2-3 overs in. The ball stopped swinging because that is how hit hard that the man hits the ball. This time a single down the ground. Well, that will now be the end of the sixth. 80 without a wicket. Just the 33 more required of the last 7 overs. Well, walk continuing, and that's been hit hard once again. The sweet sound of the bat right from the moment it left, and it beats the fielder out there at deep extra cover. And 4 more runs for Petkar. Have a look at that shot once again. Such is the power in the man. It offered a lot of width once again. This time wanted to play through the leg side, but straight to the fielder. That's square leg. This time swings, misses, and the wicket keeper, well, he has hit the stumps, but he made it just in time with Petkar. So a couple of dot deliveries, and that's a win-win up against someone like Petkar, who is really on song today. Played away on the offside, but once again straight to the fielder. Just a 4, and then it has been a quiet over. What a good over this is turning out to be by Wag, especially after he conceded 15 in his first. Well, this time a mix-up and they get across for a single. Not sure what's exactly happened out there. That is now the end of the 7th. It's 86 without a wicket. Well, 27 needed of 36. Siddharth on strike, plays that one in the gap. Kamraj continuing. He takes the single and brings Petkar back on strike. And now hit hard behind square on the leg side. No one out there. 4 more runs. This is really good batting. He is the man on song at the moment. was given as no ball as well. So now a free hit coming up. Once again, heaved away onto the leg side. And they get across for a single. So misses out on the free hit opportunity. Nonetheless, it does not really matter in the context of the game. Just the 20 more needed from here on. It has been a brilliant partnership between the two. Some really good batting being shown here by Petkar and also Siddharth, who has played second fiddle in this partnership. And he seems to be the man who is middling almost everything now. Takes another single out there towards the fielder in the deep. So he cuts that one away and through the fielder. It's gone right through his hands. Thankfully for him, there was cover behind him. So won't quite reach the fence. And has he found the outside edge? Yes, he has. Finally, they break this partnership. It's the first one for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama. Siddharth, the man walking off. Well, some relief and some reward for Kamraj. Some reward for the Alpha Quashers Yokohama, who have been dominated out here by the Tokyo Falcons. 95 for 1, the partnership broken, and they won't quite win this game by 10 wickets. Right, and in comes Kakkar at number 3. And he plays a brilliant shot of his very first delivery. Gets the boundary in and brings the target down to just 14 more required. One way to announce yourself out here at the crease. That is the end of the 8th. It's 99 for 1. Well, it seems like the rain is back out here, and I think that will also be the end of the game because the Tokyo Falcons, well, they pretty much won this one. Is what you can feel out here. Just the 14 more required. They are much ahead on the Duckworth Lewis method, of course. We will wait and see if there will be any kind of resumption. But what a knock that was by Petka. 62 of 30. And the Tokyo Falcons, well, they will be very happy that they have managed to play out the first five. And they were right in front, right from the word go. An outstanding partnership between Petkar and Siddharth worth 95. And then Kakkar coming in, just the one delivery for him and smashing a four of it. Well, we will come back with some news shortly towards you once we get anything from the ground. Well, the inevitable has happened. The game has been called off, and the Falcons have been awarded victory. Well, they needed just 14 more in the last 5 overs, but the rain stopped the game, and the Falcons win this game by 36 runs through the Duckworth Lewis method, winning this game by a big, big margin in the end. And, well, not much to be said. A one sided contest in the end. Well, thankfully, we had at least some cricket. The only game which was played out of the five which was supposed to be played in this Japan Cricket League over this weekend. Nonetheless, that is it from this game, and we will be back next weekend with more cricketing action in the Japan Cricket League. Until next time, it will be a good boy, and I am your commentator Piyush Nathani. Thank you for joining in, and see you next time around.